Another week, another comic haul. Hey everyone, it's vmcampos, comic book fan. So I've got a comic haul for this week. Starting off, we've got this back issue. No, it's not the classic Amazing Spider-Man number 316. It is Spider-Gwen number 25, variant edition, lenticular cover. Now it's kind of hard to see perhaps in the camera, but it alternates between the classic cover, where Venom is overtaking Spider-Man, and with the new cover, and I can't really get it, but it's Spider-Gwen and Gwenom in here. Gwenom arrives. So this is a back issue. Didn't have it before until today. Speaking of Spider-Gwen, R.I.P. Spider-Gwen. Here is Spider-Gwen number 34, the final issue of the series. I've been reading this series since Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. And I have a copy of that, and this is an homage to that cover. The cover that really stood out to me, that made me get that book and then start reading her series. I think it got way too angsty towards the end. It wasn't as lighthearted as it started. Well, it wasn't fully lighthearted, even from the beginning, but I think it got a little too dark. And it ends here so that then it can become Ghost Spider. Boo on that new name. Then we've got The Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Legacy number 802. This is the wraparound cover. So a very cool wraparound with so many characters in Spider-Man's life. Starting over again, not really, number 1, 802, whatever, it's Spider-Man. Another book that I'm reading on the regular is Tank Girl. They're currently doing their Tank Girl All-Stars. Here's number 2, this great sort of album cover in a realistic setting. Pretty fun. So we've got various creators here. Martin Parson as usual, but then also Edwards and WJC. The Tank Girl crew. This has got like 3 or 4 different stories, continuing the Tank Girl crew adventures. Here's one I started to read very recently, Modern Fantasy from Dark Horse. I picked up number 1, I saw it on the shelves, it was really funny, very cute art. Kristen Goodsnuck from Hench Girl is doing the art here, story by Rafer Roberts, and it's been very enjoyable. It doesn't really list it anywhere, but it's kind of a mature thing. It's silly and mature, and it's about goblins and wizards and elves and working in mundane jobs in the modern world. Now, I don't read a lot of DC Comics, but I'm loving these nearly virgin covers that they're doing in their books. So here's Green Lantern 51. It's also really cool because you've got it as a like a sideways cover. A lot of action, a lot of green. Pretty cool. I love this one. Detective Comics 985 virgin cover. It just depicts Batman, the bats, the darkness, the motivation, the determination. So cool. There's another beautiful virgin cover. Wonder Woman number 50 has her there depicted on the cover very powerfully and stately. Full focus on her. I think these covers are turning out really well. On the opposite side of creativity is Batman number 50 sketch cover. I hate sketch covers, but this is one of the only ones that was on the shelf for momentous issue number 50. Will she, won't she? You know the answer. And then we've got Catwoman number 1, new series here. I love the meta of it. I do or I don't. Read Batman number 50 first, or I'll spoil the whole thing. This is the regular cover with the new Jones on art. Very meta. Look at that. It's got the regular cover number 50 on this cover. I love that. Here's a back issue, Rick and Morty number 33. I liked it because of Summer on the cover posing with Rick's gun very powerfully, the portal gun posing very powerfully, and I like the repeating number aspect of things. Remember, I also like to collect number 333, number 111, number 66, etc. So this is a fun story. The latest Rick and Morty is this one, number 40. This is one of the variant covers, different artist than the usual, and depicts the world where all of the furniture is alive. And again, the style of the art is different than the usual, and that's enjoyable. I don't read Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur at all, but I have issue number 1, and I got this one because it's so fun and so meta. I don't know who that is at all. Is it one of the creators? I don't know. I'm not reading this at all. But I thought it was so fun to have the comic world with the real world intersecting. And guess what? It includes a bonus activity page. Coloring is fun. Details inside. Beautiful, beautiful cover by Bill Sienkiewicz. He's been killing it on the recent Walking Dead variant covers depicting all of the characters. I thought it had ended with the previous one of Alpha, but here we've got Glenn. Beautiful and haunting. R.I.P. Glenn. This is Walking Dead number 181. Then we've got Unnatural number 1. This is like the only furry comic out there on the mainstream press. This is Mirka Andolfo's hit from Europe, now in English in the US. It's basically, what if the totalitarian government approved who you can hook up with? If anything besides that is unnatural. And yeah, it's all furry comic. It's all furry characters in this furry world. So I got the regular cover and the cheeky Milo Manara cover, and yes, it shows everything. So of course it's Milo Manara. So regular cover, sexy cover, and my local comic shop actually had Andolfo signings. I couldn't get to get these signed because I was at Comic-Con. Next up, we've got Vampirella, Roses for the Dead, number 1. So this is a new series with Christina D. Glinzer and Joseph Michael Linsner. So I think they're married. And I got the regular Linsner cover. There were a bunch to choose from, but classic Linsner art with a classic character, Vampirella, with a new number 1. Another classic femme fatale, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, number 1. From Dynamite. This is the photo cover. Classic Cassandra Peterson dressed up as the Dark Beauty herself. This is a really fun and funny comic. It's got her usual wit and some like time traveling. This one jumped off the shelves right into my hands, and this is Aliens Ashes to Ashes? No wait, Aliens Dust to Dust. Number 2. Number 1 wasn't on the shelf anymore, so I couldn't get it, but I just had to get it for this cover. It's like different than the usual because it's depicted in these great like pinks and purple colors, the xenomorph, which you never see. So interesting story in the eyes of a child growing up with a xenomorph infestation, and the art on this cover just stood out to me. And lastly, I've got some Usagi Yojimbo, a couple of back issues and a recent one. These are the most recent issues, like 140 something, but it's one of 7 of the hidden storyline. I got number 1 that was still on the shelf, number 2, I didn't see number 3 unfortunately, and then number 4. So, classic Stan Sakai character from the 80s, still around, creator owned, at over 150 issues or so. Is he going to pull a Dave Sim? Well, we'll see in 15 more years. So to recap, this week I got Usagi Yojimbo, The Hidden number 1, 2, and 4. Aliens Dust to Dust number 2. Elvira Mistress of the Dark number 1. Vampirella Roses for the Dead number 1. A Natural number 1. Nice cover and naughty cover. The Walking Dead number 181, Bill Sienkiewicz's cover. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 33. Rick and Morty number 40, alternate cover. Rick and Morty number 33. Catwoman number 1, regular cover. Batman number 50, blank cover. Wonder Woman number 50, Virgin Art variant cover. Detective Comics number 985, Virgin variant cover. Green Lantern 51, Virgin variant. Modern Fantasy number 2. Tank Girl All-Stars. Amazing Spider-Man number 1, wraparound cover. Spider-Gwen number 34. And Spider-Gwen 25, lenticular variant cover. So there you go. See anything you like? Got any recommendations? Make sure to comment below. Let me know about a few things I should be picking up. What are your pickups this week? Don't forget to subscribe for more comic videos and more. See you next time.